Hey, Melanie Phillips here, and today's the first day of spring, so I thought I would reach out and talk a little bit about what foods are best for you to consume in the springtime from the Ayurvedic perspective. My name is Melanie Phillips, and I'm an author, I'm an Ayurvedic practitioner, a bioenergy healer, and I'm an Ayurvedic yoga teacher trainer. So with the springtime, in Ayurveda, this is known as the Kapha time of year, and all that really means is that this time emphasizes the elements of earth and water. So if you think about earth and water, and if you were to mix those two things in together in a bucket, what would you get? You would get mud, obviously, and that's the quality at this time of year. The springtime has the quality of muddiness. It's cool, it's slow, it's static, it's cloudy, it's dull. And so when we look at these qualities and understand that this is inherent in nature right now, that these qualities are going to be amplified internally in our own bodies and in our own minds, then we bring the opposite qualities to bring balance. So when that comes to looking at our food choices specifically, we want to follow more of a kapha pacifying food program. Now, to bring that into layman's terms, what you want to do is focus on foods that are light, that are dry, that are rough, that are clear, that are warm. So for example, lighter foods. In the wintertime, you're probably eating a lot more stews and root vegetables and these things that are really powerful and warming and nurturing for the wintertime. So as we move into spring, you can lighten things up a little bit, and nature provides us with everything that we need. So those dandelion greens or the beetroots, the kale, all the leafy greens that start popping up in the garden, the parsley, the pea shoots, things like daikon and jicama, all of these fruits and vegetables, spices that are pungent in quality. Pungent simply means spicy, that are bitter, and this is where we bring all these bitter leafy greens. They're going to help us cleanse the liver from the sluggish winter that the liver has had to endure, and astringent quality dries things out. So beans and legumes are astringent in quality, bean sprouts and turmeric. These have a more astringent drying quality, so these are really good choices this time of year. As far as teas go, things like burdock tea, dandelion tea, nettle tea, again, all really good for the liver. Cooking with basil and black pepper, with mustard seeds, rosemary, ginger is great for this time of year. That spice, we want that warming quality to heat things up. Essentially what's happened in the world, in the environment that we live in the wintertime, at least in Canada here and in North America, in many places, things have frozen over. So the snow has come, the ices have gathered and frozen over, and then spring comes and warms up and everything starts to melt. And this is what happens in the physical body as well, that we might get a runny nose or we get spring allergies. Our insides are starting to loosen up and melt, and the rivers internally are starting to flow as well. So the food choices of things that are light and dry and warm and rough are going to help. So this is the time to start bringing in those salads and the leafy greens that are going to be so good for clearing your body out, of course, according to your digestion. So if you feel like you're not able to eat the raw foods without getting lots of gas or bloating, then that's an issue. But if you are eating those things well, then this is the time to bring them in. Bring in the fennel, bring in the green beans, bring in the broccoli, and this will be really good for a spring cleanse. Now in Ayurveda, our cleanses aren't typically done by fasting or having sort of extreme ways of cleansing the body. What I love about a traditional monodiet cleanse in Ayurveda, it's called a khichdi cleanse, is where you're going to eat a simple recipe of khichdi, which is essentially mung beans, basmati rice, veggies, and spices. It's a complete protein, this meal, and you've got the veggies and the spices in there. It's quite delicious. You can drizzle in some ghee, so you've got these good healthy fats. And this meal, you can eat this for breakfast, for lunch, for dinner, for one day, and do just a gentle one-day cleanse for a few days, or maybe even up to a week or more. And the khichdi, yeah, Jenny Benny, nice. Khichdi is the best. Khichdi can be a wonderful food. What it does, it's easy to digest, so it gives your digestive system a break. And when your digestive system gets a break, then that allows other parts of the body and your system to detoxify of ama, or this toxic gunk that accumulates, especially through the winter. And so in the springtime, it's a great time to do a cleanse, but you want to be guided through that if you haven't cleansed before or aren't sure of an Ayurvedic cleanse. In our book, Your Irresistible Life, 4 Seasons of Self-Care Through Ayurveda and Yoga Practices That Work, we have some examples of cleanses that you can do, some seasonal approaches in the spring or in the fall. So if you're really interested in it and want to do a longer cleanse, then that's great. And otherwise, just start bringing in more of those leafy greens, the dandelion tea, the kale, the sprouts, asparagus, everything that is actually coming into season is what we should be eating, of course. But we've become so far separated from what is in season, what is natural this time of year, that we forget sometimes or don't even know what seasonal food is. So go to your farmer's market, see what's in season, buy those things. It's going to be great for your liver. It's going to be great to give your whole system a good cleanse. And I hope that this information is useful for you to lighten things up in this Kapha time of year, in this earth and water time of year, and may you be healthy and happy. If you're wanting more information about Ayurveda or how to book a consultation, you can join me at madurimethod.com. And wishing you a wonderful day. Thank you. Ciao.